Hey, good morning. Happy Wednesday. I am happy to be back with our every Wednesday live that I will share some sort of tip or trick with you. And today we are going to go over 3 ways to apply foundation. If you don't know me, my name's Angela Thorpe and I'm a certified makeup artist, and my mission is to help inspire women to be beautiful, confident, and driven with purpose. One of our ways to do that, of course, is and increase our confidence is with makeup techniques, right? To me, makeup helps bring you the beauty that's on your inside out for everyone to see, and that's the main purpose for it. So today I wanted to go over and show you 3 different ways that you can apply foundation. Now today so far have done my eyebrows and my eyes. This is the order that I do my makeup. I do my eyebrows and my eyes, and then I do my foundation next. Some people start with foundation, which is fine. I just find with fallout and things from the eyes that kind of gets past the point that I want it to be at, then you know, it messes up my foundation. So it's just easier for me to do it this way. And now this is looking a dark spot there on the camera. So we'll blend that out and fix it. All right, so let's get into it because I don't want to keep you long. So for applying foundation, I use a liquid foundation. I have tried the mineral ones, and those are fine if that's what you love to use. For me, my skin got dry and it just became a flaky mess no matter what I did. So liquid foundation is for me. So whether it's on the back of your hand or the top of your lid, put a little dot or a palette, put a little dot of your foundation on it, and then you will have something ready to dip into. So the 3 ways that I'm going to show you to apply are with a silicone little sponge, these little guys, a beauty blender, and of course brushes. And there's a couple of different brushes that can be used as well, so we'll talk about those guys. Okay, I'm not talking about using fingers because I don't advocate using fingers for foundation. You use up more product if you use your fingers than using some of these other techniques, and some of these other techniques will use more product than others too. So but you get different coverages with each. If I'm in a pinch, of course, I'm going to use my fingers. But if I have my other supplies around, then that's what I'm going to go with. So let's start off with our good old beauty blender. And you want to make sure you use your beauty blender wet. Okay, so it grows in size when it's wet. They are normally like this size, little, and then when you wet them, so they double or even triple in size depending on your beauty blender. So you just kind of stick it under the faucet and let the water run over it and wring it out a few times until it grows nice, and then wring the water all out. Again, so it shouldn't be drippy when you wring it, just a little bit wet. I didn't wring out this one quite all the way. You just want it to be damp. Okay, so with the beauty blender, just going to dip a little bit on, and so I just kind of pat it around on my palette or hand or the lid, whatever you use, so it's spread evenly onto the beauty blender rather than squirting it straight on to the beauty blender, and then you would get it sort of concentrated in one spot. So with the beauty blender, you're just going to then take it and pat it on your face to blend it in. And one of the nice things about it, it's got the little pointy tip, so you can flip it over and kind of help get under that eye area or in the crease of your nose and all of that good stuff. So you guys notice I use a foundation that has a little bit of a yellow tint in it because I'm very red, so the yellow helps to neutralize a lot of my redness out. Okay, so you notice the beauty blender gives just kind of a light to medium coverage with the Wet Beauty Blender is what you get. And just kind of patting it around and repeating that till you have it blended out to the point you want it. Go in and get more when you're ready to do a new spot on your face. Okay, next up, I have just started using these silicone little beauty type blender dealies recently. So, and they're interesting. This one, definitely you use the least amount of product with of anything. So, because it doesn't absorb any of the product. A brush or even the Beauty Blender is going to absorb some of your product. Silicone's not going to. The little bit left on it, you can just wipe it off onto a rag and you're good to go. I don't know how long one of these lasts yet. I've had this guy for probably 3 weeks so far. So no signs of drying out or anything at that point. So I suspect they would probably last a pretty good amount of time. And one of the good things is they're pretty cheap. So again, we're just going to kind of go in and dab some of our liquid product onto that blender. And then with this one, it's a little more of a finger-like application because you have to spread it around because it doesn't keep product on it, it puts it on your face. So you do have to kind of just work it and spread it around your face. I apologize for looking away from you, but I have to look at the camera to see what I'm doing. Okay, so there's the silicone blender. You can see with that one, you get a little bit more of a medium coverage compared to the Beauty Blender, which still leaves some of your face, actual face, to be seen. A little bit more coverage with the silicone pad here. Okay, and then third, last up are our brushes. So using this Duo Fiber brush is my favorite brush to use for foundation. It's got these thinner fibers on the top and thicker ones in the bottom, so it will absorb less of your product versus like a Kabuki brush, which is very dense and going to absorb a lot of product. These are the best brushes to use for say a mineral powder foundation that you do want to pat on with that. So this is my favorite. This is also a good foundation brush. It's just kind of flat, and you again would do more of a spreading motion like with the silicone Beauty Blender. They apply in a similar way. This one's my favorite because I can apply it in kind of a stippling motion, and it gives more of an airbrushed effect to your face. So that's why this guy is my favorite. And this one is a Sigma Duo Fiber F50. So you can see that. And it is my favorite foundation brush so far. So last up is my forehead. So we are going to just apply just a little bit more product here. So you're just going to kind of take that and dab it around like we did the Beauty Blender to spread the product evenly over the brush. And then we're going to come in and, similar to the Beauty Blender, just do this patting motion instead of more of a spreading motion. Where we're basically going to sort of pack it in the skin, but doing this gives fuller coverage, and again, I think it tends to give kind of that airbrushed look as well. And you can even see, like if I go back over my nose where I went before, that the coverage with this technique is better. So it just depends upon what you want for your day. If I'm just kind of running errands and I'm not dressing up fancy, Beauty Blender is an amazing way to go if you just want kind of a natural light coverage. If you're going out and you want more of a fuller coverage, definitely these two guys are going to give you the best coverage. This one will help you achieve more of an airbrushed type look that almost gives you kind of a glow, if you can tell that, as compared to this application technique. So that's why this guy's my favorite. But all three are great ways to apply your foundation: Beauty Blender, the silicone applicator, or the brush. So it just kind of depends on what level of look that you are looking for. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below. So far I'm not seeing any comments, but tell me hi if you're here. If you're watching this on replay, please drop replay. And if you're not part of my special VIP group, then make sure you hit the visit group button up on top and request to join there, because I'm going to be having some special things coming for that group that they're going to get before anybody else, and things that only they will get, actually. So if you are interested more in the product side of things, drop product and I will get you the link for my VIP product group as well. So that is it for today. Thanks so much for joining me and watching. I appreciate it. Please comment where you're watching from, and I will see you next time. Bye.